And hey, I like to mess with Cam. What's up, guys? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to C minus society. All one word. C minus society. It's not all one word. It's actually a dash to separate the C and the society. But you guys get it, right? You guys are smart. What's happening? Welcome back to another episode of C Minus Society. I'm your host, Chaz. I'm French. All the French people hate me now because I did a horrible accent. Hey, so here at C Minus Society, what we do is we just try to get people who are bums like me closer to the person they see in their head. We all have a vision of what we want to do, who we want to be, and my whole goal is to help you get there from a bum to a bum. Am I calling all of you bums? It's like 80% of you are bums out here. Some people I force to listen to, right? I make you listen to this. And then the rest of you probably don't need this. You're probably just, I don't know, you're bored and some shit. You're driving around. You don't care what I have to say. But welcome. How you doing? How was your week? You have a good week? Did you have a good week? Comment and let me know if you had a good, healthy, successful week. We don't talk about you enough. We talk about me way too much. But I want to know how you're doing. All right, so today we're talking about dieting setbacks. All right, it's a thing we all hate. We fear, we get mad at ourselves, but it's really not that big of a deal. Seriously, it's not that big of a deal. I think we make it too big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal, guys. It's really not. All right? All right, give yourself a break. So you gained a few pounds back. So what? So a year ago, I was 275, all right? So I was round. I was super round. I was very round. I might send Cam a before shot, and then I was round. And then I got to 190. I was 191. Shout out to Cam, producer here, does here at Transit Pictures. Thank you, Cam, for always being the man. All right. I was 275, went to 191. That's like 80 pounds. I lost like 80 pounds. That's like a chunky fifth grader. It lost like a whole 10-year-old, you know? So yeah. And then I gained. Then a year later, they always say you're getting weight back. My excuse was I had a baby. I birthed myself. She came out my butt. So that's my excuse for having the weight gain. But because it throws your whole schedule off. So let me not say that it was not gonna mess with you guys. It's having a child ruins. It doesn't ruin anything, but it ruins everything. All right? Any schedule you thought you had is gone. All right? Unless you get some nannies and stuff, that'd be dope. I ain't got that. It's just us. You know, me and the missus waking up at 11, 1, 3, 5 a.m. Ugh. Just sleep. Just sleep, baby. All right. So anyways, so look. So yeah, you get so then I got to back up to 250. And I'm back down to 240, and we just keep going back down. But I know that I think most people I've seen or talked to who like gain weight back, they don't lose it again. But it's so they always say people who lose weight are most likely to gain it back and more, and that's expected, and that's okay. What's not okay is to not try again or to stop trying to lose it again. You know, you can't give up on yourself. You're doing this for a reason. You're losing weight for a reason. You want to be healthier. You want to live longer. We got to walk our little girl down the aisle. All right. We got, I'm actually hoping that marriage is gone by the time my daughter gets old enough to marry somebody. I think it's dumb. I'm married, yes, but I still think it's dumb. All right. It doesn't have anything to do with me loving my wife. I think marriage is stupid. Okay. But why'd I do this for a whole nother ideas, a whole nother podcast, okay? I'm not going to discuss that right now. We're talking about trying to get back in shape, diet setbacks, all right? Our inner beauty outwards, okay? So one of the main reasons I lost weight, there's a few reasons. One, I kept passing out, all right? I just was like passing out of nowhere. And I was like, what is happening? And my doctor was like, well, your blood pressure is low. It wasn't high. It was too low. My blood pressure was too low. And it was hypotension, not hypertension. And he was like, well, it can come from the foods you eat, anything that you spark. And so once I changed my diet, like all that stopped. I haven't passed out in years. But it was happening way too frequently. One pass out's enough. I would get the sweats. And I'm like, then I have to shit really bad or vomit or whatever it was. It was coming out of both ends a couple times. All right. It was awful. And then I changed my diet. I never had that issue again. So I was like, had to be something I was eating. And what was I eating? Everything. I remember when the Taco Bell, when the Taco Bell taco came out with Dorito shells. Man, I was all over it. I was like, oh, that's probably the fattest thing I could do. All right, here's what the fattest thing I do. The fattest thing I did was I took a taco from Taco Bell. The Dorito shell was a nacho cheese Dorito. This is such a fat boy shit. And I took a taco with the Cool Ranch taco shell, and I put them on top of each other, and I ate it. And I'm kind of ashamed to say, but man, it was so good. It was so delicious. I was like, woo! This is what they should do. This is genius. This is what they should do. I was like, that was great. And I didn't stack them like inside of each other. I flipped the Cool Ranch upside down. Okay, so I put the filling from the Cool Ranch taco inside, and I covered it so it was like a taco sandwich. I know it was fat, and I loved it, and it was delicious, and I miss eating like that. It was so wonderful. I don't know if they even still sell taco shells like that, the Dorito taco shells, but if they do, treat yourself one day and try it out. All right. Don't, unless, if you're passing out, don't do it. But if you've been good for a while, go treat yourself. All right. So I think that one of the worst things that we do is we give up when we gain weight back. We get discouraged. We get down on ourselves. We talk to ourselves very badly. And I think that's one of the ways you gain weight in the first place is like our self-image. You know what I mean? And so I know for me personally, let me take you back a little bit. Let's say 03, I graduated high school, okay? And then I was 165, but I was like in great shape. I was 8% body fat. I was wrestling. I was a physical specimen, all right? And then around 2008, I got fat the first time. I started working. I was like working 2 jobs, and I was in the car, and then Subway was lying to us, telling us that a sandwich was going to make us lose weight. You know what I mean? And so I was like, stop getting whole foot-long sandwiches. And then Atkins was like, nah, man, what are y'all doing? You're killing yourselves on bread, you know? And I was like, what does he know? Jared knows all. And look at him now, right? I know. Oh, Jesus. Who you listen to is important. You know, so I was just eating horribly, and I was busy, and I wasn't sleeping, and I was doing all these things wrong, and I like ballooned. And like next, I swear, like the fact, gaining weight will sneak up on you. I don't care what anyone says. I didn't have a scale. I woke up one day and I was 275, and I was like, what happened? I got on the scale once, and I was like, whoa. And yeah, my clothes. The girl I was dating at the time was like, well, you have gained a little weight, but she was being nice. She said little. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, I'm not 18 anymore. I'm gaining a little weight. She's supposed to be like, yo, you got fat. All right, yeah. Every time you lay in the bed, I lean, I roll. She should have came at me. Every time you get out the car, I have to like balance myself because you're tipping it too much. She should have came with the heat on me. Now I'd have been like, oh, yeah, maybe I had gained a few pounds. Let me go lose this, But I kept looking in the mirror, and I kept seeing myself in shape. I'm like, yeah, you're still good. I don't know. I had a great mirror. I didn't realize I gained weight until I saw myself in a movie. I was in a short film, and I was like, "That's me." I didn't recognize me. I was like, "Where am I at?" And I was like, "That's me." You can't even see my face. It was just fat covering. I was like, it was ridiculous. I had no idea I was that big. I was like, "Whoa, that's what people see." And I'm like, "Well, the camera adds 10." I was like, "Oh, no, that's more than 10." That's damn near 100. I was damn near close. I did from 165 to 275. I gained over 100 pounds. That's crazy. That's insane. So then when I found out I was really that round, I took a big effort to lose weight. Okay, and so now you guys know the whole journey, right? I was really in shape. I got really out of shape. I got back down. To reasonable, losing 80 pounds. I was almost to 160, and then I went way back up, and then I'm back. I'm in the process of going back down, losing weight. But I want people to know, like, yo, this is expected. Like, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up, because what happens is most people eat to feel good again, And it's this horrible cycle. Remember in Austin Powers? I think it was like, I forgot what the Fat Bastard, I think his name was. And he was like, I eat because I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy because I eat. And I was like, that's the realest shit about weight loss. Like, that's the cycle, You'll be eating something, you'll be like, I'm fat and disgusted. And then you still eat it because you don't want to waste food, of course. You know, you're just doing just doing your part. But like that was one of the biggest things that I always felt like I was like, man, I'm about to eat this bacon because it's gonna make me feel amazing. And bacon is amazing. I'm not telling you to give up bacon. But everything in moderation, right? All right, so here's my tips. Here's Chaz's top 10 tips. This is not 10, but here's my advice when you're trying to get back down. When you realize, yeah, I've been messing up. I've been eating some shit I shouldn't have been eating, and I gained some weight. My first piece of advice is start drinking water again, because you probably haven't been. Try to do a gallon a day. All right, this is me today. I don't know what time it is, but you see, it's my gallon. I try to do a gallon a day. And it's hard. It's going to be hard at first, but you'll get used to doing a gallon a day. And I do alkaline water. It's a different kind of hydration. It's going to go through you. Okay? You might even get the bubble guts at first, but you'll get used to it. All right? But it's the best hydration I've ever had. So, and honestly, like, I don't sleep a whole lot, but that's what keeps me feeling good is like drinking a ton of water. When I don't drink a lot of water, I feel my legs are tired. Isn't that weird? But I can tell them, like, I didn't have a lot of water today. My legs are exhausted. I'll feel that. All right, so that's my first piece of advice. My second piece of advice is laugh at yourself. Laugh it off, man. I laugh at everything. Anything I ever do that's something stupid or questionable, I always laugh at it. I go like, that was dumb. Why'd you eat that entire pie? I'm like, you're an idiot. You ate that pie. Go drink some water, all right, and go walk. Go walk. I don't run ever, guys. I'm 33. My knees are awful. I don't run anymore unless I have to. But I'll walk my ass off, you know? But laugh at yourself, man. Understand that, yo, it's okay. I slipped up. Let me get focused. Let me refocus and get back on it. It's a setback. That's fine. If you find yourself, you gained 50 pounds. I gained 60 pounds back. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I know I can always go lose. I did it once. I can always go lose it again. You know, so I had talked about weight loss in the other episode. One of the books I referenced was The Obesity Code. That was the actual book that taught me by Dr. Fung. That was the actual book that taught me what food did in your body and why, why what we eat is like awful, like why processed foods are awful, and how your body handles sugar and how your body handles fat and how your body handles protein. And it went deep. It went deep into like, all the other words I can't say, like the riboflavins and all those other words that are in there. I don't know what they are. It like breaks all that stuff down, right? And then, because those are the words that are important, and then that you can't pronounce. I don't know what this does, right? So, laugh at yourself, and don't be afraid, because a lot of people will talk about, they'll post their weight loss, right? They'll post their weight loss, but never the weight gain, So don't be afraid to talk about it. It's okay, man. It's a quote unquote failure. Okay, don't be afraid to talk about your failures. Like you have to normalize the weight gain, and it's okay, because it's okay. Like, it's fine. All right, relax. Take a deep breath. I know I gained some weight back. It's all right, man. Let's get back on this. Let's get back on this treadmill. Let's get back on this horse, and let's go lose our weight again. Okay. So don't be afraid to post it. All right, people post the weight loss and don't post the weight gains. I'm like, shit, messed up. Went back up 2 pounds. We back on this. Okay. Like, don't be afraid to do that. I thought we were back on this. I'm back up 4. Help, people. Somebody help me. What am I doing wrong? I'm doing this and this. And like Instagram, Facebook, they have a huge community of people who have had these weight loss transformations. And that's the next piece of advice. Follow people who have done these weight loss journeys. You can do it there's a hashtag, I think it's Transformation Tuesdays on Instagram. And you can get so much, more than seeing people who lose a bunch of weight. It's the advice and the journeys that people take to get there. And that's way more important. I don't really care. Like why you lose it, but you see some of these transformations, you're like, yo, if this person can do this, I can do this. I know I can. And then you can reach out to them. Most people are happy to talk to you and tell you what they did in the process of that. All right. So there's a community there. And sometimes you need that community. It's hard doing this stuff and feeling by yourself and trying to, and maybe you feel down, you had a bad day at work, or your spouse is tripping, or, which happens, or you feel overwhelmed and you just want some damn cake. All right. You just want some cake, make you feel better. You want a donut. Start your day off right. I know. I know. I've literally made. Look, I've ate some horrible meat. I've had a donut and I cut it in half. Damn, this is awful. I should tell you guys. And I toasted it. I toasted it and I made some eggs and bacon and I ate this toasted donuts. It was so good. I'm going back in the crates. It was disgusting, but it was so delicious. And then even eating it, I was like, this is some fat boy shit that I should not be doing to myself. But I did it and I loved it and I miss it. And I think one of the other things that we get addicted to, like, you got to get off sugar. That's like, they say sugar is more addictive than cocaine. Like, sugar is addictive. It's in everything we eat. It's why you can't eat processed food. Sugar is in everything. But you'll see that. You take away carbs and sugar, and that's what carbs does. Carbs, that's why people want to go carb-free. When you eat carbs and your body doesn't process carbs, and then it doesn't get processed to turn into sugar in our bodies, you know. And we need sugar in our bodies, like glucose and all that good stuff, right? Your body's going to produce, even if you don't take in sugar. When I was doing keto, your body has this process. I think it's called neoglucose, pretty much. But your body will create sugar. This is another word in front of the neoglucose, but your body will create glucose. We create sugar because your body doesn't need it. But your body has a process. It doesn't need you to add sugar to it. That's what I feel like people don't know. Like, you don't need to add any sugar to your body. Sugar just makes things taste better. All right. And I grew up a Kool-Aid kid when you dumped a whole pound of sugar into the Kool-Aid, you know. So I understand it was hard to break that habit. I got the rushes, you know. I was like, I need some sugar. So I understand. I understand what it feels like to be a crackhead for sugar. All right. Follow transformation journeys. All right. Don't ever take food personally. All right. What do you mean by that, Chaz? Don't take food personally. Don't make food your savior. Don't make not eating your savior also. I don't think that because you don't like you can't have an emotional attachment. Like, eating a salad doesn't make you successful, and eating some pie, cake, fried chicken doesn't make you a failure. All right, that's making food, that's putting a emotional attachment to your food, and that's really bad. Like, food isn't there for that. Food isn't there to make you feel. And now look, I'm a cheesecake fanatic. All right, but I only try to eat it once a year on my birthday. And on my birthday, I go stupid. I eat 3 cheesecakes in one day. I've done it for the last 3 years. I haven't finished all 3 of them yet in a birthday, but it's a whole new year. All right, I'm a huge cheesecake makes me happy. I get it. All right, but you can't do that with every food. If you go eat fried chicken someday and you know you're not supposed to be eating it, don't have an attachment to sadness to it, because you will feel bad about it. You know, don't feel happy about it either, okay? But take that out of it, because that's not what food is for. Food is purely to nourish your body. That's it. That's all food is there for, is to keep you going. It's fuel, right? You need to eat for fuel. That's it. And the thing about keto is that your body will feed off its fat until you got no more fat, all right? So you don't always need to eat that. This is why the obesity code was so important to me, because I realized that when I started fasting that you didn't need to eat 3 times a day. But I thought you did, and I was in such a habit. So when I did fast, I was always like, I need to eat. I haven't eaten in like 8 hours. And then I was like, the longest fast I did was 4 days. And then I was so cool. I didn't even think about food. But it took a while also. But them first times I was like, whoa, I'm eating 24 hours. I'm going to pass out. I thought all those things, but never felt it once, you know. But I could feel the anxiousness that I felt from not eating, because I've been doing it my whole life, eating whenever I wanted to. All right. Never take food personally. Oh, man. Cook your food. You lazy bastards. Cook. I don't have time to cook. Cook. I want your damn excuses. Make time. Make time to cook something. You know how long it takes to put a salad together? Come on now. You got time. You got time. Every time you eat out, you don't know. Eating processed, same thing with like foods that are processed, right? Processed foods your body can't digest, and that doesn't get used turns into fat. That's why you don't eat processed foods, okay? And so we don't know what other restaurants and places use unless you know there's certain organic type, vegan types, unless you specifically know that. But you go out places and then people wonder like, well, I had a salad, but like, iceberg has no nutritional value, so you're not really getting anything from that. Most places use iceberg because they're cheap. Most places use processed cheese because it's cheap. Most places use processed everything because it's cheap. And the whole point of a restaurant is to make money. You know? They're trying to make money, so they're going to use the cheapest ingredients to give you to give you the food that you have. All right. So you're not getting the best quality food unless it legit like says that. But you wouldn't know. If you're a super health nut, you know what's coming from where, you know. And also read labels. Read the labels. That's the easiest way to find out what you're eating. You got to know what you're putting in your body. Read the back of the label. Turn the damn can around and see what's in there. All right? Okay? You see what kind of sugar's in there? Put that shit back. Don't go to the grocery store hungry. I probably do have 10. I probably do have 10 ideas, 10 tips. Stop going to the grocery store hungry. You know you need some food, man. You want to buy everything. I'm the type of person, I'll buy some food and eat it while I'm looking for other food. All right? I've definitely bought some chips and ate it while I'm still buying stuff. I'm like, well, let me get this for right now, and then I go buy some healthy shit. I've done that for years. That's how you get to $2.75. You eat while you're looking for food. That's why I never understood an appetizer. It's like, well, yeah, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat this while right before I eat. It's a pre-meal. Pre-meal. You don't need no pre-meals. All right. Also, cooking, like, you really get a chance to, you know, it's always best to buy the organics. I know it's more expensive, but what I was doing, I was eating less also. You know, I was saving money by eating once a day. I got it to, when I really was like cruising away, I was eating every other day. I was eating once every 48 hours, and I didn't feel bad at all. I felt amazing. Once you fast, you feel amazing. Once you get over that hump, you're going to start feeling like you need food, and then you're going to realize like you're great. So the other book I read was the Dr. Fung's Obesity Code was the first one, and the Complete Guide to Fasting, also by Dr. Fung, was the other book. Because I was scared to fast. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm not Jesus. How am I going to do this? And then I was like, oh, fast ain't no big deal. Now, I didn't go for 40 days and 40 nights. I think the record, somebody did it for like over a year, like over 365 days for sure. Was the record. And it's only off like water, coffee, tea. That's no sugar. That's no cream, guys. All right. That's a fast. Anything that starts a metabolic reaction is considered like food. It's not a fast. So like cream would do that, stuff like that, in your coffee or tea. All right. There's this book, man. It's super dope. It's called From Fit to Fat to Fit by Drew Manning. This book was incredible. So this guy's a personal trainer, and then he wanted to get inside of his clients' heads on like what they struggle with weight loss. You know, what's the problem? So he gained 75 pounds to get into that mind frame. Then he had to try to lose it again. He like did a documentary. It might be I think it's a show actually right now on Netflix. Maybe let me check that out. I think it's a show on Netflix. Also right now. But the book takes you like inside the actual journey of Drew's like transformation and even like how he felt with his family and how lethargic he was. It's on season 1's on Amazon Prime Video, so you can watch it there. All right, but it was like incredible to like see the actual journey this dude goes through. Even like how he was talking about him and his wife were like how his wife didn't find him sexually attractive anymore, how he felt too lethargic to hang out with, like, to play with his kids. And it was like, yeah, man, being overweight, you don't know it until you lose weight. And you're like, damn, dude, I was like, I can't believe how much more amazing I feel. How better my joints felt when I didn't have weight on me. I know, like, I have back pain right now. Side note, man, CBD cream, I don't know if it's legal everywhere, but not the CBD cream is amazing. I don't smoke weed. I don't get the HCC. I just do the CBD oil, CBD cream for joint pain, whatever. Amazing stuff. I've never felt so good. But I noticed my back pain came, and then even like when I sleep on my shoulder, when I'm heavier, my shoulder hurts. You know, and I can sleep like that on my shoulder when I'm not, when I'm at a lighter weight. That's crazy. But I feel it was like your body is like, hey, I'm uncomfortable, and you're way too much. Get off me. Your body's like, get off me, I'm hurting. Anytime you feel knee pain, you ain't do nothing. That's your body like, hey, the hell off me, man. All right, so Fit to Fat to Fit was like such a dope journey of transformation, and he's a real personal trainer actually trying not to just make money off you, but get inside your head and see what you actually go through. So it's a great thing to read, and check out the show. I haven't seen the show. I can't recommend it, but check it out. Because he was a great dude who actually gives a shit. And I like that. All right. So what we talk about? Talking about reading labels. Talk about laughing at yourself when you do gain some weight. Like, don't be upset with yourself. Yo, your self-talk is so important. Like, I don't think people realize the way you talk to yourself is damn near everything. Like, there's this quote by, and I've said this before, Ralph Waldo Emerson, that says, "You are what you think about all day long." And like, that's 100% true, man. Everything that I've ever however I talk to myself is like how I feel. And I used to be really down on myself, and like I'll always call myself like a fat piece of shit, joking, because I can take it now, because my self-esteem is really good now. But my self-esteem wasn't always good. And then you're a comedian and you're doing jokes and all this stuff, but it's like, yeah, I don't always feel good about myself. And I can look in a mirror right now and I don't like what I see. I'm like, I don't like the way I look. I can look at pictures and see. I can look at pictures from a year ago and be like, I want to get back to that size. I like myself that size. And it doesn't have to be like, I didn't have a six pack by any means. I wasn't close. But I just looked better in my clothes to me, and I felt better. You know, so that's my goal, is to get back down there for me. For me. You know? Because whether I gain weight or not, like, my wife is still there. I never had a problem getting women. Huh? I think if that changed, if I would have tried to lose weight earlier. I'm like, how come no one likes me? But my personality, you know, you guys know. You guys watch me. You guys know what it is. But it was like, I had a problem just like dealing with me for a while, because I was like, yo, you're lazy, you're fat. And people equate. This is what I don't like. If some people don't understand this. I know how hard it is to lose weight, and I know what it's like to go back. And I hate people who dismiss that as laziness, and that's not true. And I know it's not true. And you know it's not true. You know, you people get up and they go to the gym and your body hurts and you got to come back. You like going to the gym first time sucks. You sore for a couple of days and then you don't want to go back. That shit's awful. It hurts. But I lost all that weight with hardly working out. It was all diet. You got to start there. Like, I'm telling anybody, like, don't try to do a bunch of shit. Don't try to go to the gym all day and then try to do this diet. Like, that takes a lot of willpower, and your willpower is finite. You will run out of willpower. I tell people, like, check with your diet. You know what I mean? Like, try a bunch of different things. What works for me now is not eating until like 1 or 2. I eat one giant ass meal. I do 1,000 calories in like one meal, which is a lot. You know, and then I keep mine highly fast. I follow a keto diet, so it's mostly fats, and I feel good, and a ton of water. Man, I feel great all day, and I don't eat again. And even if it's late night, if I'm feeling hungry and I want a snack, I don't. I drink a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar mixed in water, and it's not the best taste, but then it makes me feel full, and then I go to sleep happy, and I wake up lighter, and I go, oh, what a great combination, baby. You know. And then I think I did a whole episode about keto. So if you guys want to hear more about that, you can definitely click on that. And I talk about all the different places you can go to find keto people like Dr. Berg, the different books that I've read, Dave Osprey, the people who are like, and keto's huge right now. I was on it before it became mainstream. You know, I'm one of the originals. You know what I mean? I was all about it first before it became a fad, but I'm a huge champion of keto. And also, hey, look. Keto's not just about eating bacon and butter, okay? Like, eat salads, eat spinach, eat greens. You should have more than that than anything, okay? I don't know why people are like, well, keto's not good for you, have a heart attack. I'm like, well, what are you eating? Like, keto's more, it's about the ketones. It's about ketogenics. It's about what your body produces ketones that turns fat into that turns fat into fuel. That's what keto is. It's not about bacon and butter, okay? All right, so a common misconception. But we talk about that on one of the other episodes. All right? So, look, man, don't feel bad for gaining weight. Hit me up. Tell me about your weight loss journey. We can talk about it all day. Follow people who have done these transformations. And don't be afraid to post your successes and failures, man. Like, that's a part of it. That's a part of the journey. That's why it's a journey. You're going to have your ups and downs. Every movie has this journey where the hero has a good moment and a bad moment, and they have to overcome. All right, you're the hero of your own journey. So let's do it. All right. So hit me up, you guys. You can like it. Hit me with a comment. Subscribe. Okay. And thank you guys so much for watching the episode of See My Society. I'll see you soon. All right.